This is part of the first project. It's at least 8 years when this was first done. And in the background here, back in that slight dip, it was over 5 metres, the actual gully itself. So it's hard to believe now that's healed and it's grassed over and it's stopped the erosion totally. So what's been done with a grant from the Dry Tropics, which helped to pay the dozer work, neighbour, good dozer operator, Jim Hillier, filled all this in, cut the sides down off it, which off the sides, the batter that they wanted was enough to fill that gully up, straight up. And then Jim and I carted about 200 tonne of rock. It has totally stopped the erosion and it's grassed back over, which has made it a total usable flat. There's 5, 6 small gully systems that have been shut down. At the bottom here, where they all forced into one, where it crossed the road, it used to be black from the silt each time we had rain. So when you had to fix a flood crossing, it was up to your knees in black soil, taken out of here. And now that's clear. From that bit of input, did a lot of good for this flat. It fixed it. We planted a mix of silk sorghum and legumes through here. There's a bit of Dasmanus there. So yeah, we've got different legumes and that introduced. So the whole area is a way better grazing system. You're getting money back out of the land, and we've cut back the erosion too. Now we've got about 26 paddocks, whereas previous we had 3 or 4. And I know pretty well close on how much grass I've got in each paddock. So in a year, yeah, they talk about grass budgets. It gives me an idea of how long I'll get out of that paddock with the amount of feed I've got in that paddock. You can't just say you get the gullies under control because the rain, you know, it's like sugar, it just breaks up and goes. But from having cattle numbers in the right place at the right time so you can use your feed, and then having that wet weather spell of getting more grass growing through when we have got a heavier rainfall, so that's stopping the erosion, which is letting the gullies heal. So if they heal, well, they're growing more grass. So in the long term, I'm not losing soil all the time. So number one, we took the cattle off the area, gave it a wet weather spell, and then we could see within 12 months where it started and have grass, where before it was pure bare. With Dry Tropics' help, they put small lots of timber in some of the gullies here, which has held back bits of soil, and where it's caught that, grass has started to grow again in the bottom, which is slowing or stopping the erosion. To get it to this growth here is approximately 2.5 years. When we had an episode of rain and the ground was soft enough, I walked about 80 weaners across here with the dogs and threw seed out. Then the cattle come behind and walked the seed in. There's a small population of seeds come up, but there's still patches of scalding with the help of Dry Tropics and their contractors to cover it with hay as a mulch. Something again to catch any of the topsoil. The more topsoil we can get, then the more we can start to try and get some growth instead of the sediment heading back into the water. Probably 45% is still reasonably bare. We are hoping by using this mulch hay that we can cut that back again. We've got 3 areas here fenced, and in the middle of them, they've got a small gully system. We didn't want to use any mechanical, nothing at all, so we're going to try cattle. So I put electric fence on the end of it, put 60 to 70 weaners in here, more or less overnight, 36 hours maybe. They took the sharp edges off this breakaway, and because of the dung and the urine, we threw a little bit of seed out. So we had a good strike. We can see the legumes and some of the grass seed coming back up, but the main thing is lower down. From here down, it was no grass in the bed of it, and now that's grassed up all the way along, and further down the grass is thicker in the bed of the gully, so that's what we're really happy about. The sediment at the end of the day is our soil. So if it's going out into the creek, well, we're losing something to grow our grass. So we're the loser from any sediment running off. And if anything's affecting the water quality, well, then that's affecting other things too. So it all hand in hand. As being custodians of the ground and the grass, without the grass, we can't have cattle.